Monrovia, Liberia. Monrovia City Corporation, through the mayor, Honorable Julie Endee, has decided to put a mystic audience on deck to the cleanliness of the city of Monrovia. So on today, July 21st, we're going to start from Capitol Hill. We're on Capitol Hill right down the street. So the cleaning process is going to start from here. This historical venue is going to go all the way to Central Monrovia. Cleanup is going to start from City Hall. It's going to go all the way to Club. It's going to be awareness. So everything is going to be so government officials, market people, students, every Monrovia is supposed to be involved in this exercise. Is a holistic exercise that is going to go on for months and months and months to come. But this is the genesis of the exercise. So we're now on Capitol Hill, as you can see. To my right is the Minister of Foreign Affairs. To my left is the University of Liberia. And behind me is the Capitol Building, is the Executive Mansion, the Temple of Justice, the historical Capitol Hill. We are taking it all the way to Central Town, cleanup campaign, initiated by the Global City Corporation. So we can take a look at how clean they are, how clean the street is. This is the top of Boulevard, we start and this exercise all the way to Central Monrovia, Central. All hands will be on deck. All the officials, students, clergy, business people, everybody. This is a holistic. So welcome to MCC TV. We come to you live from Capitol Hill. Executive Mansion, right back. There has been a serious mandate by the mayor that all hands on deck. Everybody get involved in the cleaning of the city of Monrovia, one of Africa's oldest cities. So we are starting it from the capital, from the Monrovia City Hall, going all the way to Central Monrovia. But because of the respect in the archives of this place, so we're starting from here. Capitol Hill, Monrovia, Liberia. Across the street to my left is the University of Liberia campus. Like I said, behind this is the Executive Mansion. That is the Capitol Building, home of Liberian Parliament. So this place, this ground is very historical. Where I stand used to be the unknown soldier. So this is a historical ground. We are starting our operation from here. All hands on deck. Everybody get involved in this. From the president to the janitor, business people, students, everybody. This is a holistic effort. Everybody must help keep the city clean. Must help the Monrovia City Corporation keep the city clean. As you can see, the head of security, deputy head of security is coming over. So this is a big operation, very big operation. Everybody's involved. So the Monrovia City Police, the Liberia National Police, everybody is involved. From the executive branch to the judicial. So this is Capitol Hill, and we like to say thanks for watching. We've got all day to do this. Stay tuned, enjoy yourself, say whatever comments you have to say, whatever you have to say. We're here, we'll read your comments, respond to them. That's it. That's our phone. That's the safe, green, and clean. Talk about live to the broadcast. Now, like I said earlier, Capitol Hill is very sticky. The oldest establishment on this hill is across there from me. Turn the camera on, I want to see something. Across there is the University of Liberia. That place used to be the German embassy. That was the German consul back in the late 1800s and early 1900s. This place was taken by the Liberian government in Capitol building, that was built in 1957. 1957 was completed. Various stories. Then in my rear, the executive mansion that was completed in 1964. Now these people here in the Temple of Justice were built by the Tubman era, Tubman government, administrator of President William S. Tubman. That's back. So this establishment here, this Capitol Hill, started in the mid-1950s, and by 1964, Capitol Hill was complete. All the government establishments, all the top executive establishments, are the highest institution of learning in the Republic of Liberia, the government right here on Capitol Hill. All of it right here on Capitol Hill. So look forward to your comments, look forward to your questions, and look forward to your participation in the holistic cleanliness of the world. So let's keep the world clean, green, and safe. So look forward to all your comments, all your questions, and your participation. This is a request from the mayor of the city, this time around with the entire interview, like I said, from the mayor of the city of Monrovia to the deputy mayor to everybody is working on it. It's safe, clean up, green up, Monrovia. So this is for all hands on deck and what the Monrovia we want. So as you can see, Julie Endee is also here helping in the process. In collaboration with the city collaboration and the Liberian government of keeping Monrovia safe, clean, and green. Having interact to the right, it's going to get bigger. It's going to get bigger. Trust me, it's going to get bigger because we have all top class senators, the mayor, the executive government, from the judiciary, market people, business people, everybody coming together, including the clergy, coming together to help make Monrovia safe, clean, and very green for all Nigerians. That's what I thought my council enjoyed.
1 2 1 2. Good morning, viewer, wherever you are. Welcome to MCC TV live broadcast. We are out here today.
Put it inside of it. So welcome back to MCC TV Live. A pleasant good morning to all Liberians. We are here on the Capitol Hill because of a holistic cleanup exercise. Okay, so like I said, a pleasant good morning and welcome to MCC TV, and we're coming to you live from Capitol Hill, Monrovia, carrying on an exercise. The campaign started today, July 21st. We started from the Monrovia City Hall, straight to the center of Monrovia. And requested all hands come on deck from the executive branch to the legislature. Kevin. Autonomous agencies, private citizens, business people, everybody, foreigners alike, to come and join the Monrovia City Corporation in helping to make Monrovia cleaner, safer, and greener. This campaign started off today in Monrovia. This campaign is on for the next, for no infinity. So whatever comments you have, you are glad, whatever suggestions, whatever questions you have, just take it back to us. Last email messages, your comments and answer your questions in the positive. Take a break, right back. Let's go, Marbury. So we're back at it, MCC TV Live. As you can see, the mayor is here. The mayor's here. The Honorable Mayor John Charles CFR is here. He's leading by example. And he's the forerunner of this cleanup exercise. This cleanup campaign is going to perpetually be. We won't stop. The MCC has committed themselves to not stop, to do everything possible to get the Monrovia we want. Final briefing. They have picked up loads of brooms, wheelbarrows, and everything. Every essential thing to make Monrovia clean. MCC is fully represented. Every department from the Monrovia Corporation is fully represented. So just know that everyone on the ground, all hands are on deck to make Monrovia the Monrovia we want. Make it clean, safe, and green for every Liberian, every foreigner alike. Across the street, employees of the Monrovia City Corporation, everybody getting ready to do their job. Everybody getting ready to put their foot out in making safe. You see the milkman is taking part in cereal sweeping. And I think I will take it from milk.
So you're live at MCC TV, and we are So, Madri, when we talk about this cleaning exercise, is it a collective effort that anybody at home can come and join? So, what is the message out there that people at home are watching?
Every Liberian, it is not just the Monrovia City operation that is responsible in the city. It is small steps to the city that has its next money. So, we all across county enjoying the Monrovia City operation. The cleanest
So your party statement, what can be your party statement for the day?
Thank you.
Everything in the roundabout is cleaning out the grass, and the mayor is in charge. But we're going to spread this. All hands on deck. We're going to see the mayor of right across the street at the fence of the University of Liberia, you will see MCC people cleaning up, and some regular citizens are joining into the cleanup campaign. As we continue, I'll get back to the senior line. Right now, just enjoy yourself. Got any comments? Send it to our line. If you have any questions, any advice, just do it.
On vous couche, il faut pas qu'on ait envers vous, ça.
What's your purpose for coming here today?
Okay, cool. But I think we need a second mic. Yeah, keep going.
So we are out here cleaning the city today with the mayor of Monrovia and the mayor of Painesville and other stakeholders in the government. We are out here cleaning the city of Monrovia because the independence is near and our city needs to look beautiful, very beautiful. Without a beautiful city, there is not a
Making sure that everybody is out here working. Working and we are all out here today. So say hi. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, everyone in the land, we have come as a patriotic duty to work alongside the Monrovia City Corporation to clean the city. let me be the first to admit that for what I've seen, you can see that the Monrovia City Corporation is working. I was at Queensville last night because I live in the Queensville area, and I see the mayor of Queensville working very hard. And I'm a resident of Queensville. I've been a resident of Queensville since I don't know how long, all my life. So, but he's doing very well. So the Monrovia City Corporation will see the level of work that the mayor is doing and his team. So we have come to collaborate with Liberia Crusaders for Peace and myself to collaborate with the mayor, not just today. We want to collaborate with the mayor throughout the process. Because cleaning is everybody's business. And you can't be cleaning the city as you take the dirt and somebody put their recovery. So we want to let our people know that cleanliness is next to importance. We want to think green. We want to act clean and clean Monrovia. So we need to join together and also clean Queensville. So let us come together and clean the city together. This is Independence Day. Independence Day brings us together in unity, and in unity we can clean the city. So everyone on regular join us today to clean the city. Clean the city doesn't mean you come and join us and start walking. Clean the city in your environment, your house, your kitchen, your backyard, and all of that. And it's also healthy because when you clean your city, you will not have mosquito, you will not get malaria, and then you know when you go to hospital, prevention is better than cure. So we are just here to support the Nigerian government through the Monrovia City Corporation. Thank you very much, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and we're ready to clean.
So let's run the minister to the year as well. Let's take this down. The good news is about that it's a good news on the way coming from the city. Carol and Monrovia, we are about to sign an agreement. We are about to build rehabilitation now, disadvantage. So what you will suffer, you will suffer. Make sure that we are city. We stop around here. The executive marshal, Ross Street, we have somebody that knows, and that's what we're going to do. Let someone protect the property right. That's why they ain't got any cows in that place. We should not be doing this after the July 26th. After another one, we'll join again to carry on another program campaign. We should not only be for July 26th. No. We're going to do that every 2 months to clean our city. We promise to all the people to be on decent and clean. When I was sitting today, you go to West River, you go to somewhere out of the stay wherever I am. When we look at someone who is clean, it's matter. But now we'll try to engage. We'll make sure that our citizens are beautiful like that. If you go in somebody's community, I'm going to feel bad. At the end of the day, we'll allow them mosquitoes all the way around the game. People take it around. That's fine. Today, I'm happy to go to the ground. Let me shake your hand. Okay, so you just want to Minister. Now let's go over to the Director of Police for Monrovia. Then after that, we can talk to the two mayors so he can tell us about the measure.
Yeah. This cleanup campaign. She was the first gender advisor to the president of Sierra Leone, and then she's the CEO of Green Diamond in Sierra Leone. She's here, and as a team, they're coming to help us support us clean the city, and then Nassau, powerful woman you see. Let me take this opportunity to thank the cultural ambassador for inviting us to be part of this very religious occasion. This is something that is very, very sad. Of course, the religious is very present. It's massive for honor. It's massive for just explaining. I used to live in the president and in Liberia to support my sister company because my mother is also actually Liberian.
coming here on the Republic of Liberia conference and looking to see how we could possibly work together as sister countries in cross-border trade and most importantly, women's economic empowerment. I'm here to join my colleague who will be coming in soon. She's just finishing something on the computer to join this initiative as we stand to the ambassador and to the development of our women to clean up our environment. It is absolutely important that we live in a clean environment so we will attract the kind of illnesses that comes with filth. And also just walking around looking at how clean this place feels or looks makes you want to come again. The atmosphere should be clean, natural, continuity. We must ensure that we keep healthy, not just for us but for generations yet to come. So I want to thank you for and you see, I'm able to give my hand to the heart.
Thank you. So let's just go straight to the mayor of Painesville, who's our guest in Monrovia City, and the mayor of Monrovia will do the closing.
This is not one big thing. So, seeing the mayor of Monrovia, Ambassador Julie Endee, and all my friend, brother, he's a friend. We went for our confirmation and he in my office where I there for 5 years. But the true Mark is always we have been seeing and that is the type of collaboration we have with the private sector. So this is not the cleaning of the campaign. The city government is always cleaning. It's not just a one-day thing. Every day, every night you come in the street, you see our team cleaning. And when you have winter, you see the trucks going and coming. So people shouldn't see this to say, oh, today the city government coming out to clean. No. We are coming to our anniversary, so we want to move the citizens together so we can keep the place clean, be better for our guests that are coming. But the work of one of the work of the city government, we are always cleaning and we continue to clean. Most of you have seen the difference in the work being done for the people of kind. Limited resources to the disposal of the city government and the work we are doing. I know if people want to be fair and fair, you will say that things have changed. Even though the support financially have not changed yet, we say maybe even downwards, but the city government, and we all know we are doing well. We just need to do something. We work with our colleagues around. The sister from Freetown, the mayor myself, and the mayor of Freetown will be here on the 31st for one program. So we collaborate with our colleague mayor in the region so we can find solutions because the problems are the same. Are just the same. So Mayor Safai has a change in dynamic between Painesville and Monrovia. Most of the other mayors that work in those two cities before, they agree on nothing. Even the developmental panel had issues with them because they would not agree on anything. But Mayor Safai, everything is done. We agree, we have a collaboration. When he's doing something, I'm there. When I'm doing something, he's there. Because the country is just a country for all of us. And we have to put our hands together. And with the bigger mayors, we are working with the smaller ones to see how we can help shape the country. I want to say thank you to Mayor Safa, the mayor of the capital city, and showing that leadership to all of us other cities. showing the leadership to go. Most of the things that have been done at Monrovia is to support other cities, whether it's the township, whether it's smaller cities. This is trailblazer of Liberia City. We are moving to things that in the next year you see there will be different. We are now on the vetting process of getting waste manager that will come in to help us. And that process, you see a lot of people trying to limit it to the city government. No, it is not the city government blown into it. We have the Ministry of Internal Affairs there, the EP is there, the public works there, the Ministry of Finance there. It even go to the legislature because we want to change waste. We just don't want to keep tearing things to the landfill. We want to do material recovery. We want to do recycling and a lot of other things. So we want to say thank you to BSMA. The City Corporation is here to identify and to show solidarity to the city of Monrovia, and we will continue to do that. We thank all of these people for coming. Shaping the City Corporation.
So thank you very much. You just heard from the mayor. Now let's go over to Mayor of Monrovia, Mayor Shafa.
Good morning to our regional land, and we want to recognize friend and brother, the investment, the ambassador, minister, guest. We want to recognize all of you here today. Today is actually about reinforcing awareness. It is not that we come out today to clean a particular spot, because the city government cleans every day and every night. Today we are glad that we are starting a new partnership with the Crusader of Peace. You all know the Crusader of Peace has an outstanding reputation for civic education in a number of areas. Today, she has embarked on a new line, joining the city government, where we will develop team songs, where we will be able to work together so that we can further the message that nobody will do for us Liberian people what we ourselves are supposed to do for ourselves. Yes. That is the message. Cleaning cities and cleaning the communities is not just a mayor's job. If we do not look at our parts that we have to play, we will clean, but the cleaning will never be sustained. Millions of dollars has been spent in this country by the donors. The last one was over $20 million with the Plus project. We still got the wind down one landfill. We still got the waste all around. So it is not just about doing something here, because our job is not a Billy Road, probably what. It's not a lane pipe. Well, when you lay the pipe, you cover the deck, or let it bust, you go by there. Then you build a road, you finish a pass, you go by there again. You go by there, the road built. If you finish, you corner the our job, as soon as we clean the deck today, somebody put a deck that we even do nothing at all. And somebody will come and say, so can anybody today say this government are not working? Can anybody say you go in peace or you go Mayoral, you don't see people working there and there? I challenge anybody. People are working, but who put a deck back? They say that people don't put a deck back. So how will you measure progress? To change that, we want more people to join us. We want to challenge Liberian people, starting with the officials of government, to support His Excellency the President's vision of sanitation. Do one thing, every first Saturday, just stay in your community, join the people in the community you live. Clean. Take one picture and put it on Facebook to show that you're part of the process. And you're not too big to do that. Ministers, director, whoever, just stay in your community first Saturday. That community you part of. Come outside your fence or your house. Join the people clean. Take one picture and say, I was part of today first Saturday campaign. We challenge you. Put your mouth where your money is. Or else you just say back, the mayor not working. There's people not doing this. Do you know what it means to come out? We have people here working. For the first time, city government got day shift and night shift. All day, all night. So we want to reassure our citizens in the cities that we are committed. It's not all the time that we come out and be talking and talking and talking, because we want our little effort to speak for itself. The process that Mayor Bestman spoke about, that process has never been undertaken by any city's governors before. For the first time, Mayor Desmond and myself have been around to different countries. We have seen how it works, and we've decided to work together to invite companies that are interested to invest into our waste management sector. Let me tell you something. All the cleaning we're doing today, tonight, they'll put it together. Looking for a sustainable solution. And what do we need? We are asking people to come and invest. Somebody got to take that dye and turn it into something. Somebody got to say we'll buy all the plastic and turn it into recycled plastic. Somebody got to take the dye and say we'll turn it into electricity. And it's only that way, when there is a demand for the dye, you will see everybody carrying the dye to that place. We need to build a solution, a sustainable solution, not a one-day thing. And to do that, our city have joined together. We have called the Ministry of Public Works. We shortlisted some companies. After we shortlisted those companies, we called Minister of Public Works. We called the Ministry of we called the Wash Commission. We called the EPA. We called the Civil Society, the Association for SMEs, the Association for the CBEs. We call all of them together. We say, join us. Don't come and let's look at all of the people that submitted a proposal to pick the best for the country. MCC and PCC is leading the initiative, but we have not made a decision. Right now, the process is still on. They are reviewing it. So if Internal Affairs get together, Finance Ministry get together, Public Works get there, EPA get there, Wash Commission get there, and they decide to pick somebody that not MCC and PCC. It's just good for people to understand that for the first time, we are doing something together. While this process is going on, we're doing all this responsible cleaning. We are hopeful at the end of the process, they will recommend the company that is see fit with an integrated waste management solution that we can send to national government, and national government will discuss, because the investment we need is over $100 million. We're not in a position to decide that. When we say that, the government will have to look at the financing model. How can we pay? Investors won't come, but they got to tell them how we pay our money back. Can we charge everyone $1? No. Can the government put $1 on trash card? No. Yes. There has to be a way to pay for the investment. Solving this problem is not only cleaning the streets, sweeping. We need to have investment into the sector. We need to have an investor. That conversation we do now is technical work. We'll send it to the people there. When the finance minister discusses it, they will send it to the house. Everybody knows anything about $10 million has to be ratified. It's a process. It will get there. But just to let you know, your mayors are working hard to find a solution, a sustainable solution. In the meantime, please, when you want to put your debt outside, we ask you to put in plastic there. Even though they put it there around, when you eat bags like other countries, we can take that bag, we just put it in the pickup. We got to get Caterpillar cleaning all behind, more fuel. You have a part to play. Start to help us. Register with one of the CBEs. There are people, companies around, Liberian companies. We are firmly behind Liberian companies that can take the debt. Please register with one of the companies. The company will bring the debt to the transfer station. Please. And even to get a debt to them, put it in something up there. Today, it is the awareness that we are trying to launch. To ask every house, every business, please register with our waste management company, especially our Liberian waste management company. Support the process. If you see somebody putting waste somewhere or another thing, report them. Every day they send the police through the director make arrests. It's not because we don't put people picture on Facebook every day. Every day we're making arrests for people. But you know, it is not easy. We are asking all the security forces to join us. MCC got only about 300 police officers or so. We are able to be everywhere. We even got enough car. So if the police people, the LMP, the DA, all the people see it as a responsibility. You see somebody putting there, yeah, we can see. When they say call the police, say no, that's the police job. We need to start looking at it as everybody's job. If we keep looking at it only as the police job, then you say they will not be passing. Say the police got go. Say the police even got pick up. Say the police passing. All right, it's not so easy. So we are calling on our Liberians support the sanitation pillar. This sanitation thing, for the first time, the president has decided to make it a priority. Why? Because it is our own health. You have a part to play, you have a part to play. Please join us. We'll go around to clean today, but then don't come and say, oh, the part around the play not there, the play there. No. This is an awareness process. So you know some of the things. And like the mayor said, trust me, over the next few months, 1 year, we are working on something with some surprises. We see some major things coming up. Time will tell. Thank you very much.
I'm over there Joseph from Competition. How can you make a commercial Although also has been over the years that some investments that have been established in this material was residents are calling for this big picture.
You know, today we won't talk about the awareness process, but so don't get avoid your question. You brought the point of symmetry. You see that point of symmetry? It's part of our bigger picture. Right now, we've considerably reduced the waste activity. Go there today, you will see. You know, there's some technical things. We have announced a shutdown of point of symmetry. You see how they got keke and motorcycles around today? 30 years ago, it was not like that, right? It is a new industry. Can you avoid it? You can't. Today, in the city of Monrovia, we got 2 waste transfer stations. One is way in Fiamma. The other one is all the way to Stockton Creek. All the people who got tricycles and vehicles, they go there to waste. But you know, we got another new group, the push. You can see that, right? Yeah. They go door to door. Because you know, Monrovia is associated with some communities. They pick all these waste. If we ask them to be walking from here to go all the way to Fiamma, you think they will make it? I don't know. If we ask them to go to the steps on Stockton Creek. So we have to make a provision, we have to revise until we can get this investment in. That will build the new transfer stations in these communities. We have to revise to say, all push, we fix the late place. Because the push, man, he want to walk from here to Fiamma. He want to walk from here, whatever. But meanwhile, who will service the small community? Who will take the waste from there? The Palm Cross Cemetery, we have a plan. Right now, our city planning department have something. We have submitted it already. We're looking. It's part of our Monrovia transformational plan. What we want to do is to turn that Palm Cross Cemetery into a memorial and unity park. Oh, yes. That is our vision. Our vision within our plan is to make that place a park where you have a lot of people from the war, the memorial. You have a lot of heroes from COVID, a memorial. You have a lot of people from Ebola, doctors, lawyers, people from memorial. We have a lot of people who's done a lot for this country. Our plan, our city planning department has put together, is to see how we can get a memorial park where by the time you walk there, by the time you take 3-4 hours, you now park all through that park. Where somebody will not take you to the COVID memorial, they not carry you to the Ebola memorial, they not carry you to the Settlers memorial. By the time you finish walking around, that place will be the single largest tourist attraction in the city of Monrovia. That is the city of Monrovia plan for Palm Cross Cemetery. But again, that plan has to be approved by our boss. When it's approved by national government, the House of Representatives will send it to the House. They will get there. Because you know what? The Palm Cross Cemetery was enacted by law. It is a Palm Cross Cemetery Corporation. So to change it, we'll also get there. But first thing first, so there is a plan for Palm Cross Cemetery. And Palm Cross Cemetery plan is not the only plan. Let me tell you. Let me just announce to you, for the first time, we are working on a master plan for the city of Monrovia. No city you see, Ghana, Abidjan, developed without a master plan. Those things don't come up in one day. So when you hear us, we're not talking, there has to be feasibility, there has to be a study. The concept note for that plan has been submitted already. Once we get the feedback and our team is put together, that master plan, it is our hope that when it's approved, it will be passed into law. When it's passed into law, you know what happens? Development is at a national level. It is not your project, it's not my project. Next year, year after next, every government has to come and support the master plan for Monrovia. Those are some of the things we're working on, and the Palm Road is part of that plan. Thank you. Okay?
Okay, so let's talk to the minister. Let's talk to Minister from
Two mayors have spoken, they say everything.
Yeah, you can just say something.
Just say that we have to stop back to support the 2 mayors. I think the mayor from the city of Kingsley has done a tremendous job. And you see the mayor for the city of Monrovia is also working to show that the city is clean. Garbage collection is not just the business of the Monrovia City will be for everybody. What he has said makes a lot of sense. That legal government is controlling the garbage. Even if you want to dump the garbage somewhere, make sure it's in the bag. And they do not have to spend a lot of resources to gather it to get to the secondary site. We have to as government when you have to speak for the government. Some other entities of the government initiate it to stop to give them that process. I thought it was a good thing, particularly for the plan for the house. I think that place into a problem where we can use large tourism attraction for our country. Make a lot of sense. Currently, is now is an embarrassment. It's good that they are looking at it. We also have to part of the as of
This 15 years on record.
I don't believe that the work. I don't believe that the two mayors have been consumed by the lack of adequate work in the resort. It's part of the lack of funding, taking matters into their own hand to ensure that those cities are clean. As a country, we have resource constraint. Budget is not going to be solved for any the ministry that I work with, each form of ministry, still try our best for public service, right? So initiated at least to get on the feet, mobilize a team into the community to tell the people, create a sensitization, tell the people why it's important to do this and do that, to take a garbage collection. That's the best way to do it. As opposed to you just sitting in your office and crying, budget will increase, but it has to be on a periodic basis. All have to work on
Just for people to understand this process.
Thank you.
So let's speak to the director of City Police, in closing with the enforcement part. So let's talk to the director of City Police. Director, let's hear your plan for enforcement for this exercise and how you and your team will carry on enforcing it day by day.
Bobby, you got the number? Okay.
Enforcement concept with education. Everything we have to wear rest, also we have to wear public. Thank you very much. So come to the
I'm going while working. Any point working on it? All right. Hey, Jumatina. Ali. There is no way. But we are going. The problem way behind, we are going. No, stop. No, stop.
Rebel.
So whatsoever you watch from CCTV Live, and he said that was what exercise all about. Seeing big mental violence here, and exercise is all about is about cleaning a central Monrovia, and it's gonna go for the 26th. We all have to clean the city, not just for the 26th. It's a continuing process. So if you're out there, you're watching tomorrow, you can come and join the group or organization. You come and join the group and do your part for your country. So just stay tuned. And this is MCC Live at the Executive Mansion.
What are you waiting for? Step up.
Oh, what's up?
This down.
So the way looking at yo, funny look at the budget and you put it on top, you load it in, you don't do it. Look at the budget.
So that you can actually go anywhere, that's you know. You got in the videos and you go up there and you start down there for what? They will go down there.
When you put it in, you can take some picture of the kids, go pictures.
That's why I say I want you to be like for what you see. Sure.